In the realm of cinematic chaos, my high school job at a local theater plunged me into the bizarre world of the Mustard Tiger, a character that could rival any from Trailer Park Boys. We affectionately called him Frogman, though Toadman might have been more fitting given his appearance and habits. Frogman was a nearly 50-year-old obese Jewish man who still resided in his parents' basement. The theater served as his haven, and his presence was, without a doubt, unforgettable. Picture this. He would devour theater hot dogs with such gusto that more condiments adorned his shirt than actually made it into his mouth. And when he wasn't creating a spectacle at the concession stand, he'd nestle into a pile of garbage in our lobby, often dozing off while waiting for the next show. The symphony of snoring or his signature waddle, it was hard to tell which one was more cringeworthy. Frogman became a regular fixture, attending multiple shows each week. His interactions were far from pleasant, and he had a knack for harassing other guests, particularly those of the younger variety. Children were not exempt from his disdain, and he seemed to derive perverse pleasure from provoking them. As an employee, dealing with Frogman was a daily test of patience. His unkempt appearance and disagreeable demeanor became the source of ongoing jokes among the staff. The theater, however, had its revenge. Frogman's banishment finally arrived after he crossed a line, sexually harassing a group of teenage girls in the midst of a Lindsay Lohan movie. Later on, I ascended to the role of projectionist, offering a behind-the-scenes view of the theater's daily dramas. Frogman may have left, but his legacy lingered in the quirky anecdotes and running gags that persisted among the theater crew. The cinematic world may be filled with captivating stories on the screen, but sometimes the real drama unfolds in the lobby and among the regulars like Frogman. The cinema was buzzing with excitement, filled to the brim for the midnight premiere of the latest Star Trek film. I had strategically chosen a seat almost dead center, reveling in the anticipation of the cinematic journey about to unfold. Little did I know, the real drama was about to play out not on the screen, but in the seats beside me. Seated next to me was an interesting couple. The guy, fully committed to the Star Trek spirit, was rocking a spot-on Riker cosplay. His girlfriend sported a Star Trek shirt that seemed borrowed from his extensive collection. However, it became evident that her enthusiasm for the galactic adventure was lacking. Midway through the film, her phone rang, and without a second thought, she attempted to take the call. Her Riker-inspired boyfriend swiftly rebuked her, setting the stage for an unexpected turn of events. What started as a scolding escalated into a full-blown temper tantrum. She ranted about his apparent obsession with dumb alien movies and declared their relationship over on the spot. In disbelief, he questioned the sincerity of her decision, only to receive a nod in confirmation. The bombshell didn't end there. She casually mentioned that she had been cheating on him for months. The room held its breath as he demanded to know with whom. The unexpected answer: me. Yes, she pointed directly at me, a stranger in the midst of this cinematic chaos. Suddenly, I found myself unwillingly dragged into their relationship drama. To my horror, she turned, locked eyes with me, and planted a massive smooch on my unsuspecting lips. I recoiled in shock, turning to witness the boyfriend's response. To my surprise, he met the revelation with a blank stare and an unexpected retort. Fine, I do like Star Trek more than you anyway. With that, she huffed and stormed out, leaving behind a trail of bewildered onlookers. As the dust settled, I turned to the Riker enthusiast, and we shared a moment of mutual disbelief, both thankful for the bizarre spectacle that had unfolded in the dim glow of the cinema. Little did I know, this unexpected encounter would become the highlight of my social life, a tale to be retold with incredulity and amusement. In the hallowed halls of a local theater, my coworker, once an usher, found himself entangled in a bizarre tale that unfolded during a daytime showing of the recent re-release of Titanic. Little did he know, this seemingly ordinary day would soon take a turn into the realms of the utterly absurd. As he made his routine rounds, ensuring the smooth operation of the theater, he stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A guy and a girl, seemingly innocent moviegoers, had a camera pointed towards the screen. Now, in the realm of cinema management, this act is considered a grave offense. Taking this matter seriously, my coworker promptly reported the incident to his manager, triggering a chain of events that would lead to an unexpected climax. The manager, recognizing the severity of the situation, decided to escalate matters by involving law enforcement. The local cops were called in to address what seemed like a case of illegal movie recording. The unsuspecting duo, now under the watchful eyes of the authorities, found themselves escorted to the security office of the mall. However, the interrogation took an unexpected turn. Despite their best efforts, the authorities couldn't coax a confession out of the alleged movie pirates. Frustrated but determined, the manager decided to play their trump card, the camera. As they scrolled through the camera's memory, anticipating evidence of illicit movie recording, they stumbled upon a revelation that left everyone in the room dumbfounded. Contrary to expectations, the couple wasn't engaged in the act of filming the blockbuster romance. Instead, the guy had his private parts shamelessly exposed, while the girl was meticulously trying to frame a shot that would give the illusion of an intimate encounter between him and none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. The absurdity of the situation hung in the air as the true nature of their antics came to light. It left everyone, from the theater staff to the law enforcement officers, grappling with the sheer audacity and peculiarity of the escapade. The lingering question remained: what on earth were they planning to do with a photo featuring their provocative setup with Hollywood's heartthrob? The answer, shrouded in the mysteries of human eccentricity, was destined to remain a peculiar enigma. The tumultuous trials of teenage attempts at impressing a date, a story that unfolds in the dimly lit realm of a mall arcade. The protagonist, a daring teenager working in this dingy haven of flashing lights and electronic beeps, found himself on the brink of a memorable double date. With aspirations of blending humor and impressiveness, our young hero hatched a plan to elevate the evening. A bag brimming with 250 plastic rings encased in clear plastic spheres was clandestinely procured from the arcade's depths. Little did he know that this seemingly innocent bag would soon unleash chaos upon the unsuspecting moviegoers. As the quartet settled into the back row of the theater, anticipation hung in the air. Our protagonist, fueled by the desire to make a memorable impression, initiated a series of subtle attempts at physical contact. The delicate dance of the "please God, let me touch your arm" game. However, success proved elusive, leaving him in a state of discouragement. Undeterred, he unveiled the bag of plastic wonders, hoping to dazzle and amuse his companions. Alas, Girl 1 remained unimpressed, prompting queries about the purpose of these peculiar objects. Caught off guard, our hero could only shrug and confess to his lack of a concrete plan. Enter Other Guy, the voice of reason suggesting a whimsical experiment, rolling the plastic spheres down the theater's slanted floor. The girls, finding the idea delightful, agreed to this impromptu game. Still perplexed by the turn of events, our hero obediently opened the bag in a manner more befitting a potato chip enthusiast than a plastic sphere maestro. In a burst of unforeseen chaos, the bag exploded, unleashing a plastic storm upon the theater. A cascade of plastic spheres descended like unruly meteors, bouncing off people, seats, and popcorn-laden cup holders. The theater, once a sanctuary of cinematic serenity, transformed into a symphony of plastic rain. In the aftermath, with the theater echoing the soft clatter of plastic meeting various surfaces, our hero seized an opportune moment to make his exit. Fleeing the scene without looking back, he retreated to the comforting embrace of his room and the virtual realms of EverQuest. As the theater emptied, an unsuspecting theater employee discovered rows adorned with 250 plastic rings encased in clear plastic spheres, a silent testament to the quirky escapades of one teenager's quest for a memorable date, a tale destined to linger in the annals of youthful misadventures.